Oh, what is going on, you guys? I hope everybody's having a great day. As you can see, we're in here in the truck and I'm on my way to buy a bike. Now, this was completely unexpected. No, I didn't plan on getting another bike anytime soon. I have too many unfinished projects going along. But as some of you may know, and some of you are going to, we're headed to Tennessee next week. But the two buddies that I'm staying with both got these new bikes, and that would have left me with just the Grom, and I would have taken the 250 if I would have had a chance to get a Supermoto set up on that bike, but I just ran out of time, guys. I was even gonna put some Shinko 705s on the regular 1821 wheels. Nobody had them in stock, so here we are, 3 days before we leave, and I'm gonna try to buy this bike tonight. I'm not super happy with it. I don't really even want this bike, to be completely honest. I'm headed down to Cincinnati. That's over 2 hours away from me. And that's just what happens when you wait till last minute to find something, and the best deals that you can find just come to you. You're not looking for them. Getting blinded, I can't see. Don't vlog and drive, folks. I do not recommend it. Check out this weather, guys.
Keep left.
But I'm not gonna say anything now, and I don't think I'm gonna put it in the title and thumbnail in this video what it is, so I'm gonna leave you guys to guess. My buddy MJ, aka Gromatron, and Jose both bought these bikes. They're both a little bit shorter, I'd say like closer to the 5-foot mark, and they don't fit well on these bikes, if that gives you any more hints. Like I said, it's not anything that I wanted, and I'm definitely gonna get rid of it, unless like you guys love it, but I doubt it. Most of you guys out there are here for the 250L, the Grom, the 2-strokes, couple new one-wheel subscribers, which we actually have in the back there. This bike has over 19,000 miles on it. It's been rebuilt 5,000 miles ago, and when I asked this dude who rebuilt it or if he had any receipts, he goes, "Oh, I rebuilt. I've been rebuilding bikes since I was 8." Later on, I kind of caught him in his own lie. I was like, "So you've had this bike for how long?" He had it for like 3 months. In the few months that you've had this bike, how many miles have you put on it? He goes, 2,000. But you rebuilt it 5,000 miles ago? How does that work? So it's one of those. I am not excited about buying it. Don't buy one of these bikes by any means. Like I said, I'm just kind of in a tight spot. They both have this bike, and I think it'd be a good time for me to have one too. We'll all be on the same bike. We'll all be able to push each other on these bikes, and it should be a good time. I will tell you the other bike that I was looking at. I was looking to buy a CB300F. One of our local guys, Chaz, has one. He bought it brand new, and I rode it around, and it's just like a big Grom. They're super nice, really smooth, great beginner bike, and I was gonna buy one for Alexis to ride around on and potentially just sell to make some money. It was between the 300F and the bike that I'm going to right now, and oh, my brain was just telling me to get the 300F. It was such a good deal, like brand new bike. Oh man, but my gut's like, if this works out, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these guys, riding the tail of the dragon and doing all that fun twisty road stuff in Tennessee. I'm not looking to make money out of this bike. I just want to get my money back. I'm basically like renting it for the week without losing money. I really wish I could have got Supermoto wheels put on the 250L, and so we'll save that for the future. I'm not gonna be bummed out about it. I've been going back and forth with this guy all day, trying to get him down just a little bit more, and it got to the point where I straight up pissed him off. He's like, "I don't even want to sell it to you now." I always try to get the best deal I can get. I mean, that's what you do. I don't try to piss people off, push their buttons. If I can tell they have a final price, I usually don't push it. I'm like, okay, I respect that, especially if it's reasonable. But I just don't think this price is that reasonable. We were just so close to making it good for both of us, and he just wouldn't come down that extra bit. Because this deal could go either way. I already made this dude mad. No idea where I'm going. He could have some dudes waiting to jump me. I've got 3,300 cash on me, one wheel in the back, so he could do some damage. I hope this deal works out. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button down below if you think this deal is gonna work out. Hit the dislike button if you don't. I'll see you guys here in a bit.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
Looking like a pretty white trash, country, redneck atmosphere, so I should fit right in. Shouldn't be that big a deal. That's how I got in my first big accident. As a kid, I turned around right before a hill, and this car came flying over this hill and T-boned me. Oh, there it is. There's the bike right there. I passed his house. And he's got like a whole hangout of rednecks here. This is great. About to get ganged by this kid. Yeah, I'm headed back right now from the deal. Here's the big reveal, guys. You see it? I bought a bunch of air. The deal did not work out, guys. See if I can turn that lamp off, because I literally got a cop next to me about to pull me over. This is fantastic.
The next day.
So last night I went and looked at it. I live streamed the whole thing. It ended up being a clapped out junk bike. The shock was blown out, so there was oil all over the bike. Some seals in the engine were leaking. It was just not good. So that didn't work out. I was a little bit bummed because I was like, man, we can all be on 3. Like, that'll be sweet. They're awesome bikes. They're super reliable. They've got decent power. They've just always felt top heavy to me, and I've just never felt satisfied. I honestly like my 250L better. I was a little bit bummed out though that we couldn't all be on the same bike, but the reason why I'm going to get this bike is, number one, it's an insanely good deal. I mean, I'm getting a practically brand new motorcycle for around $2,000. The 300F is a great beginner bike. It's got a more like neutral riding position. It's not like a straight up crotch rocket. It is a naked bike, so it's pretty lightweight. 300 cc's in the twisties is plenty by my means, and I'm not an experienced mountain road rider, so it'll be plenty for me, and we're gonna have a good time on this bike, I can promise you that. I know a lot of people are wanting to get into riding, and this is a great bike. I mean, this would be like my top 5 bikes for a beginner to get introduced into riding. I know I'm gonna have fun on it. It looks awesome. I'm getting a steal on it, so I'll be able to make some money after I ride it for a while. It'll be nice to have some sport bike content on the channel, but you guys know me, I like to be the underdog. I like the budget bikes. This is no exception. This is gonna be fun. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Let's go pick up this bike. Well, you guys, we got the bike. Huge shout out to Jody. I know you'll probably never watch this, but that was the best experience that I've ever had buying a motorcycle. Her and her boyfriend were as friendly as can be. I just hung out there for an hour. She offered me drinks. They had 2 beautiful German Shepherds, and it couldn't have been a better experience. They're both motorcycle enthusiasts, them and their family. He had a brand new Street Glide CVO. It was like one of like 500 in the color scheme that it was in, and oh my gosh, that was goals. And one of their sons had a Ducati Panavale, the 899 or whatever. I'm not too big on sport bikes, but it was sweet. They had all the paperwork, both keys, book, original title. I just couldn't have asked for a better experience. A fair, very fair price, and let me just tell you this, it'll go to good use. I bought this bike with the intention of riding it this week at the Tail of the Dragon and selling it, but man, I've got some thinking to do because I have some plans with it. But wait till I can get some shots of this thing later. It is clean. It's a little bit dusty, needs a good wash, but this is a brand new bike. Now this is Friday, about 9 p.m. We're leaving out Sunday morning, so I gotta get a new chain on the Grom, put street tires on the Grom. I'm buying a, oop, that's gonna hurt. I'm buying a set of wheels off of my buddy Josh so I can have a set of street tires, and I'm headed to the BMV right now to get tags. So I'm really looking forward to riding this 2016 CB300F. I'm definitely gonna push the limits of this bike to my greatest ability, do some wheelies, and who knows, we might have a chance to do a few mods before we leave. I'm not sure about that. And exhaust would be nice too. That exhaust is so big on that. Either way, I'm excited. I know some of you might not be interested in seeing content on this bike, but at least you get to see a sport-ish bike here on the channel, and that's about as sporty as it gets for me. I'm not too big into sport bikes. But thanks for coming along with me on this Craigslist mission. I'll check in with you guys here in a bit after I get this thing plated and it's ready for me to ride. Well, it looks like they're gonna have a good day. How do you guys feel about side-by-sides? Me personally, I've never been a big fan. My thinking is for the $20,000 you're gonna spend on a decent side-by-side, why not go buy a Jeep Wrangler, a Suzuki Samurai, or a Geo, or so many other small vehicles like that that are street legal, have way more mods out there for cheap. That's what I don't understand. Ah, there we are. Well, that was quick and painless. Actually a good day at the BMV. It's always better to go early. But just like that, guys, it's 9:48 and we got plates. We're legal, baby. I'm gonna ride it later today. I still need to get my GoPro set up. I got a new helmet and I have a Sena now, and I'll be doing a video on that later. I don't have time to do it before I go, so I have to get my microphone ran. I'm running an external battery now, so I should be able to get a lot more GoPro footage without dying. But yeah, we got the bike. It looks sharp. Can't wait to ride it. Let's get home, unload it, and see what we got. Guys, I've got some bad news. So this beautiful CB300F that I just picked up doesn't run right. When you get on the bike, it won't go in high RPMs. It's like the clutch is grabbing a little bit. But it's only when you get past like 5,000 RPM, it'll just but it won't go anywhere. It'll just rev and it won't go anywhere. I can't imagine the clutch plates would be burnt out. It looks like it's adjusted all the way back. So I think we're just gonna play with this a bit and see if we can't get anything figured out here. But I'm over here on my 250L, which is practically the same engine. And look how much slack I have in this. I mean, it's super loose. And then I come over here and I can play it like a guitar. I just noticed something. Watch the clutch as I move the levers. Right there specifically. Kind of hard to see with the bike moving all over the place, but there's like a bind in the cable somewhere. Woo, like Jimmy Neutron. I've been riding this thing, trying to test it out. It's the next day, and I cannot get it adjusted properly. At this point, it has to be that the clutch plates are glazed over. You had the wrong oil in it. It sat for so long that something's sticking, and or the clutch plates are burnt. I've done everything I can to adjust the cable. I even took the nut off over here so I could loosen it up even more, so it's as loose as it can get. It felt like it was still a little bit engaged the way it was before, so I was hoping that it was just biting a little bit so it wouldn't disengage all the way when the clutch was out, but that ended up not being the case. At this point, it's still rideable, and I can probably get away with running it, but it's just not going to be very satisfying to not have any power. So I'm hoping that I can get it figured out. Worst comes to worst, I'm just going to rob the clutch plates off the 250L. Throw them on this bike and see what happens. But I don't know how much I'll film. It's crunch time. It's the last day before we leave. I should be able to do some of this down there, worst comes to worst. I'm just praying we get this done today so we don't have to worry about it and we can have a good time on our trip.
That was the best experience that I've ever had buying a motorcycle. It couldn't have been a better experience. I just couldn't have asked for a better experience. Very fair price. It was such a good deal.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Oh!